Hello and welcome to the Noxus tier list. We're going to be rating all the followers and champions today from S, A, B, C, D, F, and champions will have their separate category. Let's get started. Affectionate Poro, 1 mana 1/1 challenger. I would say out of all the Poros, this is one of the best, not the strongest, but one of the better ones. Challenger is very good. Get rid of the annoying units like Teemos and elusives and annoying cheap units. So it's probably going to be a low B over time, but for now B tier. Good one. Blade Squire, 1 mana 2/1. Last Breath Reforge, and Reforge gives you either the fragments of +2 attack, quick attack, and overwhelm. All very useful. Very good unit. A lot of times they let you hit phase because they don't want to give you the Reforge, so very good unit. B tier. Hey, speed. Crimson Bloodletter, 1 mana 1/2. The next time you summon another ally, deal 1 to it and grant me +1/+1. Vladimir card, a cat. One ugly mother sucking cat, but it is a cat. So it becomes a 2/3 the next time you play a unit, which means you don't want to block with it, and you want to drop something else after. So not a huge fan, but it does give you Vladimir points. I'll keep it at B tier. It's probably going to be a low B. Maybe C. Maybe. I might bump it up later. Crimson Pigeon, 1 mana 2/2. Support, deal 1 to my supported ally and give me 1/1 this round. This was at one point grant me 1/1, I think. And then they nerfed it. Rightfully so. This was a very strong card. Still strong. 1 mana 2/2. Deal 1 to my support, which is another point for Vladimir. Or other cards, use it on Braum or something. And then it becomes a 3/3. Very strong card. I put it right there. Draven's Biggest Fan. 1 mana 2/1. When I'm summoned, move Draven to the top of your deck if you don't have him in hand or in play. Very good card. Guarantee if you're playing Draven, you grab this card 100%, and guarantees Draven in hand, or next turn the round start you get Draven. Stats are good. I'd put it right here. Finding your win con, if Draven is your win con, which he can be, guaranteed, is very strong. So high B most likely. Elegant Edge, 1 mana 1/2. Fearsome. Plunder, grants me +2 attack. So I guess you want to play this in Bilgewater, and you can. There's a lot of ways to proc Plunder in other regions. I guess you can Bandle City too. Fearsome. The Fearsome is good. It's definitely B tier. Maybe right here. I'm going through the list. It's definitely weaker than these three. I put it right there. Legion Rearguard, 1 mana 3/2. Great stats, but can't block. Aggro card, not much to say. You want the damage early game. It's not better than the rest. I would say maybe it's... I think it is better than the Elegant Edge. But is it... Well, yeah, I think I'd put it right there. Good aggro card. Legion Sabotageur, 1 mana 2/1, attack, deal 1 to the enemy nexus. This is definitely a better aggro card. I would put it right over here, I think. One of the best ones. Gives you points, skill points for Annie and Jin. Also 3 damage to Nexus if there's no blockers. Very strong card early game. Precious Pet. 1 mana 2/1 Fearsome Spider. This is definitely a better... I think this is even better than her. Because a lot of times, turn 1 they might drop something, but it's most likely not going to be a 3 attacker. The only one cost 3 attacker that can block is the Shurima unit, the 3/1. And almost no one grabs that card, which is kind of surprising. So you're almost always going to hit face with this turn 1. This is better to drop turn 1 than this, because this can get blocked if they have the card. This most likely won't get blocked. Unless you're getting against like Ramp Freljord, this is better to drop because you know they're not going to have anything. But overall, this is better to drop turn 1 if you're not sure. Is it better than Draven's biggest fan? I don't think so. Finding your Draven is pretty big. Legion Grenader. 1 mana 3/2 ephemeral to play me discard. When I'm discarded, summon an exact copy of me. Also another strong aggro card or burst speed defense. Salt. Gosh, what is it called? Hold on. I have my Noxus. I have my Runeterra on my phone right now. What is it called? Salt and Stitches. 2 mana. It's a 2 mana focus. If you discard a card, you summon a reborn Grenader. So 2 mana. If you have that card and this card in hand, you can burst speed or focus speed, drop 2 of these guys, and then open attack, focus speed. So pretty scary aggro. I would put it, I think, right there. Pretty scary. And I'm basing this just from this. I'm not gonna base it based on Salt and Stitches. But if you're grabbing this card, you're probably grabbing Salt and Stitches, most likely. Thrashing Snapper, 1 mana 2/1. When an enemy blocks me, give me +3 this round. Reputation card. If it does get blocked, it's probably going to kill the unit at the, if it's at the start of the game. Sometimes they forget that this gets +3 too. I know I have. So it's another B tier. It is reputation points. I would put it right there. I grabbed this on LeBlanc in my LeBlanc Scion deck. Yeah, very cool. Noxus does have a great reputation draw card, and this helps activate it. Arena Battlecaster, 2 mana 2/2, attack, give other allies +1 this round. Man, imagine if this was 2/3, 2 mana 2/3, that'd be busted. Another aggro card. You definitely want to get rid of this card, especially if they're wide. But it's most likely a one-time use. But they can get, if they get 1 use out of this, it's probably worth for them. +1 attack for all other allies. This doesn't get buffed though, it's just other allies. I would say maybe right there. It's not A tier. If it was 2/3, I would definitely put it at A tier. But yeah, easily killed. And you're gonna drop this if it's defense turn, and you drop this. You're not gonna block with it, obviously, because you want to keep it alive. Okay. Arena Bookie, 2 mana 2/2. Round start, discard your lowest cost card to draw 1. It's a backline card. I've never ran this card ever, I think. But it can be very useful. I guess in a Scion deck this is useful, no? Lowest cost card to draw one. Kind of a scary thing to do too, because sometimes you don't want to lose your cheapest cards. I don't know, but I've never made this work. It's hard to judge. It is 2 HP, but again, it is a backline thing. I'm gonna drop it at C. But I think it's probably a good C. In the correct deck, I'm sure this can be very, very useful. But because I have never made one, I can't really judge it that well. So if you guys have made decks with this, let me know how it works. Or how you would make it work. Armed Acquisitioner. 2 mana, 3/1. Explorer card. Disgusting. Play, pick an Explorer spell to create in hand. Blocks Fearsomes. And then, of course, Explorer cards are Cancer. This is probably better than the Blade Squire. Yeah, too versatile. Explorer cards are busted. Way too versatile. Not A tier for sure, but definitely high B. Black Rose Spy, 2 mana, 3/2. Reputation: when I'm summoned, transform me into an exact copy of the strongest ally that struck this round. And that's ally, not follower, ally. So you can have 2 copies of like Scions, Rumbles, LeBlancs. This card is overrated, in my opinion. I think this card is an A tier. Very scary card. Very underrated too. Like 2 mana, you get another Mordekaiser or who else likes Reputation? Oh, hold up, let me check. Who likes Reputation? Mordekaiser, LeBlanc, Rumble, and that's just Noxus. Yeah, very underrated card. Wouldn't put it at S tier because it does. It's just gonna sit in hand until you get a Reputation going. But it also blocks Fearsomes. Like if you need a blocker immediately, the stats are good. But late game, this can be very useful too. Very strong. Crimson Aristocrat, 2 mana, 2/2. Play, deal 1 to an ally, grant it +1 and overwhelm. Very strong effect. Very strong effect. +1 and overwhelm. Grant. Definitely B. High B. I put it right here. Right below the Explorer card. It's not A tier, but I'd say high B. Crimson Disciple, 2 mana, 2/3. When I survive damage, deal 1 to the enemy Nexus. This one's alright. I mean, you're not gonna super invest in this thing. The stats are good. I would say it's probably somewhere. Not C tier, but I'd put it right there maybe. Okay. That feels good, no? Pretty good curve too, this into this. Deal 1 to it, and then this gets 3/3, and you're also dealing damage to the Nexus. But it's probably going to die after. So, you're not grabbing defensive cards with Noxus. Unless you're going, I mean, I guess you go Braum, Vladimir, and then grab this card with Scar Grounds. But that's the only way. And Scar Grounds is a 3-cost landmark. So. Daring Demolisher. 2 mana, 3/1. Good stats. Okay stats. Play, deal 1 to the enemy Nexus, or activate an ally's plunder effect. That's pretty underrated. There's a lot of plunder effects, like the, gosh. what is it called? The big boat. Big boat in Bilgewater. Hold on, let me look it up. It's a 7. No, it's an 8 cost, right? Riptide Rex. You can just activate Riptide Rex for free with this thing. Very strong effect. Is it better than her? Probably. Deal 1 to the Nexus or activate Plunder. I think... Maybe right there. High B for sure. There's a lot of strong Plunder effects in Bilgewater and in Noxus. But mostly Bilgewater. Bilgewater is the Plunder region. It's a Samira card too. Fallen Rider, 2 mana 3/1. Fearsome. When I'm discarded, create Risen Rider, which I think is a 4/2. Fearsome. 2 mana 4/2. Discard card. 2 mana 4/2 Fearsome is pretty strong. But even 2 mana 3/1 Fearsome is pretty strong too. B tier. There's gonna be a lot of B tiers, I feel. Maybe right there. Okay. That feels like a good spot. Great Physician. 2 mana 2/2 to play discard 1 to draw a unit. I remember I made a Vagar deck. It was such a troll deck with this guy and Vagar as my only units in the entire deck. It did not go well. Let me just say that. It was only to guarantee draw Vagar. It was pretty a pathetic attempt, but I wonder if I think there's a video on it. Don't look it up. Discard 1 to draw a unit. It's okay. Use it on the Grenader. Scion card. Even Rumble, actually. Scion Rumble. Yeah, I mean, they go together. Scion Rumble card. Is it better than the Grenader? I don't think so. I would say... Where are you going, bud? Where are you going? Maybe right here? Right here. Okay. I'm not going to overthink it. That feels like a good spot. House Spider. 2 mana 2/2 when I'm summon a Spiderling. And the Spiderling is a 1/1. So you're getting 2 mana, 2/2, and a 1/1. A lot of blockers. 2 units for 2 is pretty strong. Very strong card with Spider deck. Obviously, this is the best card to turbo level Elise. That and her signature spell. I would say it's probably right here. Another B card. Mid B, mid to high B. Imperial Demolitionist. 2 mana 2/2. Deal 1 to an ally to deal 2 to the enemy Nexus. I don't, even in my aggro Jin Annie deck, I don't think I grab this card. And if I do, I grab a couple of copies. It's okay. Deal 2 to the enemy Nexus is pretty strong. And this also works in Vladimir decks. It's probably... It's a mid B, right? But where does it go? I think that, hold on, I think the Crimson Pigeon is better than the Grenader. Demolitionist. It's a good finisher too, actually. Maybe right there. Okay. Alright, might tweak it later. Ionian Hookmaster, 2 mana 0/1. Garbage stats when I'm summoned improvise. So this is the second time we talk about her because we did an Ionia tier list before. So she can be a 2/2 at most. But getting a weapon is pretty good, especially if it's Scout or Overwhelm. So it's an okay card. Actually, not okay. It's a good card because you can find very strong weapons. It's probably high. It's high B, maybe right here. Maybe right here. You can miss, obviously. And again, you're dropping her, she's gonna have bad stats. Yeah, like you can't even block fearsomes with this. Because at most she goes to 2. She got nerfed. She was, I think, a 1/2 or something. But she got nerfed. I think the nerf was kinda unnecessary. Now she's a little too weak. But you really want her just for the weapons, so whatever. Legion Drummer, 2 mana 3/2. Support, give my support ally quick attack this round. The one card you rarely see in Noxus or being played. My gosh, it's a one-time use. She has no keywords. She can block fearsomes, but you're only giving quick attack to a unit. She's 2 HP, so she's again a one-time use, and she's gonna die most likely immediately. Is it a D? Might be our first D card. If she was support, give my supported ally overwhelm this round, that's a different story. But quick attack, it's not worth. Not at all. So D. I'm not gonna go as far as F. If she was a 2 mana 2/2, I'd probably go F tier. Because she can't even block fearsomes, but D tier. Bad card. Legion Grenadier, 2 mana 3/2. Last breath, deal 1 to enemy nexus. The Suicider. It's an okay card. I don't even grab it in my aggro card because it's only dealing 1 to the nexus. The stats are good though. I would put it... Is it better than the Crimson Disciple? Probably. I think right there is good. Okay. The Obedient Drakehound, 2 mana 4/1. Quick attack, but is immobile. When an ally attacks, I attack with it. Fun card. 1 HP is pretty weak. But I mean, it is a 2-cost unit, so it's okay. But for attack, and you need units to attack, so it attacks with it. So, a lot of pressure. They have to get they kind of have to get rid of this card, otherwise it's a lot of pressure. But it is easy to get rid of. 4 damage or 4 attack is pretty high too. It's probably a mid B, maybe right there. I like it. Especially when they don't have answers. Like this against Elder Dragon is very, very useful. Obviously, if they have Avalanche, you're screwed. But anything in aggro is probably going to die from Avalanche. So, I put it right there. Mid B. Rune Squire, 2 mana 2/1 Challenger. When I'm summoned, Reforge. I think this is the best Reforge card because you can get rid of if you hit the Reforge quick attack, you can get rid of a free unit with Challenger. Definitely high B, probably the highest. I think I put it right there, highest B. Better than the Daring Demolitioner? Probably. Okay. I wouldn't put it at A tier, but definitely B tier. Highest. It might be the highest B tier. Rune Weaver, 2 mana 3/1 when I'm summoned Reforge. Pretty basic. Stats are okay. Another Reforge card. All Reforge cards are very strong. Okay. Because all the fragments are very strong. It's not better than the Blade Squire, in my opinion, but it is... It's a high B. I think right there. Ooh, maybe not. Hold on. Is it better than the Precious Pet? Maybe it's right here. No, she's better than the Sabotager for sure. But not better than the Precious Pet. I think right there is good. Okay. Spellslinger. The Hash-slinging Spellslinger. 2 mana 1/1. A spider. Fearsome. Played stun an enemy. Or if it's stunned, or if it's already stunned, deal 2 to it instead. I personally don't like this card. The stats are bad. In my Annie Jin deck, I'd rather grab the Solari Sunhawk or the Stagehand, only because their stats are much way stronger, way more pressure. This guy's just a 1/1. Pathetic stats, absolutely pathetic stats. And this if it's already stunned, deal 2 to it is just it's a control card, but you grab it in aggro. It makes no sense to me. And the stats are pathetic again. I'm not a fan. I think it is a stun though. Gosh, I don't know. I think C. I'm not gonna drop it to D because it can be useful late game. It's a 2 mana stun, but you're getting a pathetic unit anyway. I love how it's fearsome, but you're only dealing 1 to the Nexus. Usually fearsome cards are dealing, you know, like I know she's 1, but she gets buffs. Usually fearsomes are minimum 2 attack. So, probably going to be a low C. Trifarian Glory Seeker, 2 mana 5/1. Can't block, Challenger. Hold on. Let me make sure the sound is good. Hello, testing. We're good? Alright. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, strong card. You're most likely killing any... If they don't have a Pokestick or any removal, you're probably killing your unit. Also very strong against Elder Dragon. If they drop their ramp card, you're killing it. And if they don't drop anything, you're dealing 5 to the Nexus. So very scary card. I would put it high B, but definitely not better than the Rune Squire. Maybe right there? High B. Very strong control card. And very strong aggro card, honestly. Again, if they don't have answers, you're hitting 5 Nexus. Also a fantastic reputation card. So I think that's a good spot. Stronger than the Blade Squire. Yeah, okay. That feels good. I stand for Noxus. Oh! That's how when he dies. 2 mana 3/2. Trifarian Hopeful. When I'm summoned, grant me +2 if you have another Noxus ally. Another reputation card. Pretty good at with aggro too. Grant me +2, so 5/2. Pretty strong. Not amazing though. I mean, there's no keywords, but and you do need another ally on board. But even if you don't have an ally, the sets are okay. So let's probably going to be a low B. I put it maybe, gosh, maybe right here. Or, right there. Okay. I think that's a good spot. Low B. Arachnoid Sentry, 3 mana, 3/2, play, stun an enemy. Very strong card. Not as strong as the stage hand in my opinion. But for a spider, I mean it is a spider too, so you grab this in the Elise deck. Stats are good. Is it better than House Spider? No. I don't think so. Because House Spider helps you level Elise pretty quickly. I would say... Maybe I'm being too harsh. It is a good card for Swain too. Stun and then Ravenous Flock. Maybe right there. Mid B. Okay. Might tweak it later, but for now that feels like the right spot. Arena Kingpin, 3 mana, 4/2, quick attack. The 2 HP is kind of weak. If you're not against removal, this is a scary card to removals. This is a scary card to deal with. But 4 attack, 3 mana, 4 attack with quick attack is strong. That's a lot of pressure. I would honestly put it below the Drake count, funny enough. Like all it takes is Mystic Shot and it's done, and they get, you know, an extra mana value from you. It's probably, gosh, is it better than the Trifarian Hopeful? No, it's not even a reputation card. Elegant Edge, no, it's not C tier. Gosh, it might be the lowest B tier. Am I being too harsh? It's just so easily removed is my issue. For a 3 cost. Maybe I'm being too harsh. No, I think that's right. It's a low B. It's not bad. It's just a low B. You just have to hope they don't have answers. Okay. Blade Pierced Revenant, 3 mana, 2/3, deathless. When an ally's revived, grant it challenger. So a deathless card. You know, I don't think I've ever played this card. When an ally's revived, grant it challenger. So it's kind of a backline unit too. And I'm guessing this applies to it too. If it gets revived, it gets challenger. It's going to be a 2/1 challenger. That's pretty strong. It doesn't block fearsomes. 2 attack is is on the weak side. But it's kind of a backline unit, huh? I feel like it's underrated. I'm gonna go... When an ally's revived, granted challenger. That feels so strong. But because the stats are... Gosh, because the stats... Yeah, like it can't block fearsomes. I don't want to go too far up. Is it better than the Drake Hound? I don't think so. I think right there. Because let's think of the scenario. You're dropping this at 3. You're probably not gonna. You're gonna block. Maybe it's gonna die. It's gonna go back to 1 HP. 2 mana, 2/1 challenger. And they're probably gonna finish it off the turn after before you get like Viego or something big. But I guess it's good late game too. I don't know. It's another one of those cards that I haven't made a deck around, so it's hard to decide. So for now, we'll keep her low B. If it was 3/3, that'd be a whole different story. I would definitely bump it up to high B. So that seems good. Okay. Crimson Curator. 3 mana, 3/3. When I survive damage, create a random crimson unit in hand. This is a create engine if you got the Scar Grounds in hand or on the board. Stats are good. You don't run out of units if you have the Scar Grounds, and this is just gonna keep getting buffed and buffed. Well, not buffed on the attack, but it's gonna have tough, so it's gonna be hard to kill. But it doesn't have keywords, so I'm not gonna praise it too much. It's definitely better than the Revenant. Is it better than the Legion Grenadier? Yes. But it's only strong. Like, this is only strong in Scar Grounds and nothing else. Because you're probably just going to get 1 value off. It has to survive too. Maybe I've made a Scar Grounds deck once, but I haven't practiced this card enough. And I don't think I even grabbed it in my Scar Ground deck. Maybe right there. I'm not sure. It is strong, but because it has no keywords, I'm not going to praise it too much. Moving on. 3 mana, 3 Dame the Despoiler. 3 mana, 3/3. Plunder, grant allies +1 attack. Does she not have keywords, really? Hold on. I could have sworn she had Overwhelm in live right now. Let me just check really quick. Yes, she does. This is wrong. So she has Overwhelm. She has the only difference is Overwhelm. So this is wrong. She does have Overwhelm. 3 mana, 3/3. It's grant all allies, so she also gets buffed. It's pretty good. I've never ran this card. I don't really play plunder cards, but this seems pretty strong with Samira. And she is Overwhelmed, so she becomes a 4/3 Overwhelm. So that feels pretty strong, even stronger than the Battlecaster, honestly. So I would probably put it... I don't think she's better than the Demolisher. But maybe right behind her. Okay, right there. She does have Overwhelm. This is a good finisher. If you're wide, grant allies +1. But again, it's hard for me to picture it because I rarely play Samira. So whatever, we'll just keep it there. Iron Ballista, 3 mana, 4/3 Overwhelm. Pretty basic. Great stats. Overwhelm. Also very strong. I would throw it... It's not better than Precious Pet, because this is getting almost always guaranteed damage to the Nexus turn 1. And this is probably going to get blocked, and you're probably going to get maybe one use, at most 2 uses attacking. I guess you can brothers bond it and hit for even more damage. But I'm going to go right here. Actually, right here. High B. Mid to high B. Maybe the Hookmaster should drop to here, actually. No, let's keep it there. It is such a gamble. Like, you can miss. Scout and Overwhelm. I think Quick Attack is okay, but usually Scout and Overwhelm are the ones you want to grab. Iron Legionary. 3 mana, 5/1. Obviously, reputation card. Play deal 3 to an ally to deal 3 to an enemy. A very good card with Swain. That's 6 damage just right there. Also good control card. Yeah, I mean, it could die. They can easily kill it. I think the play effect still goes through if they kill it, but I'm not sure. Maybe someone can tell me. Like if they pokey stick it while the play effect is going on, I think it still goes through. So I like this card. I'm gonna put it. I think it's better than Arachnoid Sentry. Better than the Battlecaster. Better than this. Better than this. Is it better than Iron Ballista? Yes. Maybe right there. Okay. Imagine you use this on this guy. Well, I guess that's not the best unit, but yeah, if they have no blocker, you're using this on an ally to kill another unit. If that's their only unit, you're hitting 5 Nexus. So, also very good against Elder Dragon. Use it to kill their ramp cards. Now the 04 won't die, but you can kill the 03. Legion Marauder, 3 mana, 3/2 attack, grant, allied. Legion Marauder is everywhere, +1/+1. Now we're talking. I mean, these guys get out of hand if it's a permanent +1/+1. S tier for sure. Very scary card. You can win games with this card. Very busted. Well, not busted, but as the game goes and you make copies and you keep attacking, you're going to get to like 10-2. And you don't even need the keywords. You just go super wide and you're hitting for... Each one's hitting for 10 at least by like late game. Our first S tier. Sorry, give me 1 sec. Okay. All right. Mana Soul Student, 3 mana, 3/2. Each round, the first time you play a fast, slow spell or skill, I play Magic Embers, which I think it's a deal 1 to the Nexus. Enemy Nexus. 2 HP, pretty easy to kill. Backline unit. I don't even grab this in my Anijin deck. I'm not really a fan. It is an annoying card though. If it's kept on for too long, helps level Anijin pretty quickly. So nah, I'll go I'll go here. Maybe is it better than the Ballista? I don't think so. Mid B. Is it better than the Runeweaver? Yes. But I don't think it's better than the Ballista. I'm just gonna keep it there. I never grab this card. But it is an annoying card to deal with. So mid to high B. The Noble Rebel, 3 mana, 3/2 challenger. Grant me +2/+1 once you've discarded +3 cards this game. So it becomes a 5/3, 3 mana, 5/3. 3 mana, 5/3. No keywords. I mean, even the stats alone are okay. 3 mana, 3/2 challengers is good. I, again, never grabbed this card, but that doesn't mean it's bad. Good control card. If it does grow to 5/3, I guess you can maybe kill 2 units, but that's very unlikely. But if you're just getting your, one annoying unit off, that's pretty worth. So, I'm not going to praise it too high. Maybe right there. I think the Great Hound... You know what? Let's see. It keeps dropping. Trifarian Hopeful. Let's keep it... No, that's a reputation card. But so is this. But you're not grabbing this in reputation. Is it better than Kingpin? No. I mean, yes. Yeah. Challenger's better than Quick Attack. Okay. That's a good spot. Low B. It's okay. The Reckless Trifarian. 3 mana, 5/4. Great stats. Can't block. Aggro card, I guess. But I don't even grab it in aggro. I tried making a deck with a bunch of can't blockers, and it did not go well. Not saying this is a bad card though, but it's not great. Is it better than the Legion Rearguard? No. It's not even better than that. Is it better than Elegant Edge? No. It's another weak one. It's not C tier though. I wouldn't go as far as C tier. Because you can throw Might on this or give it Overwhelm with her. And the Aristocrat, I guess. It becomes a 6/3 Overwhelm. But it is better than the Noble, I think. By just a smidge. Okay, low B. The Prefect. 3 mana, 2/3 Overwhelm. When you play a fast, slow, or skill, grant me +1. Strong card. She never got too big to where she's a win con, but she'll probably get to 6, at most 6 attack. Maybe 5 before she dies. So 3 HP is good. But you're not going to get much use out of this. Or much damage out of this. Or as much as you'd want. I'll go... Let's see. Where does the Prefect go? It's definitely weaker than the Mana Soul Student. Yeah, we're gonna drop low. Fallen Rider, gosh, I think it's definitely better than the Grenader. Maybe right there. Mid B. Alright. Our last 3 cost. Thorn of the Rose. 3 mana, 5/1. When I'm going to create a Guile in hand, which is 1 mana stun. A 1 mana stun. Guile might be the best stun card in the game. Because it's so cheap. It is slow, but slow stun for aggro is pretty strong still. Because it's so cheap. and you're saving it for attack turn. Reputation card. And even if she does die, the Guile, just having the Guile in hand is very strong. I like this card. It's not amazing, but it is very strong. I would go... Let's see. Is it better than Draven's biggest fan? No, I don't think so. Maybe right there. Okay. We'll keep it there. That's all the 3 costs, right? Alright, let's take a short break. Be right back, chat. Alright, back to it. Basilisk Rider. 4 mana 5 or 4/3. Sorry. Allegiance. Our first Allegiance card, and probably the only one. Grant me +1/+1 and Overwhelm. Wait, doesn't it have Overwhelm already? Let me verify this. Cost unit. Oh no, never mind. Okay. I run this card in my Draven deck. 4 mana 5/4 Overwhelm is pretty strong. You're probably going to get 2 uses out of this, which is still very strong for 5 Overwhelm. Pretty strong, pretty strong. I would put it right. It's definitely better than the Iron Ballista. Even though the stats are kind of equivalent. Iron Legionary. Man, maybe right here? Is it better than Thorn of the Rose? Yeah. Is it better than Draven's biggest fan? No, I don't think so. Okay. Hi, B. Leave it there for now. Bonehead Tritail. 4 mana 3/2. Weak stats. Cat. When I'm summoned, grant me +1/+1 for each different subtype other allies have. Nico card. So this can get as big as, let's see, if you have 4 other different subtypes on the board, that's +4/+4. So that's 4 mana 7/6 Overwhelm. Pretty strong, pretty strong. I wouldn't go as far as A tier. But it's definitely a high B. It's probably... the highest B? You do need units on the board for this to work, which is not hard to do. At most, let's say you'll have 2 units, or at least. So that's a 5/4 from a 5/4. Maybe right there. Okay. High B. Brutal Hunter, 4 mana 3/3. Challenger. When I'm summoned, give me a quick attack this round. Control card. The stats are kind of weak for a 4 cost. 3/3 is not huge, but you're probably going to kill the annoying unit. And you definitely want to use this on attack turn, otherwise the quick attack is wasted. So, I would probably put her... The Revenant sounds better, to be honest. So... Better than the Trifarian? I don't know. At 4 costs, like... I don't know. Doesn't seem that worthy. Maybe right here. A low B. This stat and cost ratio is pretty off. It's definitely better than the Noble Rebel, but not better than the Reckless Trifarian, so low B. Captive Greyback, 4 mana, 2/3, Overwhelm. Attack, I deal 3 to my blocker. If it's dead or gone, I deal 3 to enemy Nexus. Very strong card. Especially if you give the equipment thing to it. The double the skill, or activate the skill again. It's dealing 6 to the blocker. HP is kind of weak for a 4 cost. It's not super hard to kill, but I do think it's better than the Tri-Tail. Is it A tier? I think it's A tier. I might bump up some of these units to A tier the more I look at them. I'm going to put the Rune Squire at A tier. These guys are A tier. Yeah, let's bump up some units to A tier. I think just these 4. And the rest can stay at B tier. Glory Seeker. Yeah, she stays high B, in my opinion. Okay. Now, who's the strongest in the A tier? Probably... I really like the Black Rose Spy. Again, this is an underrated card. Transform me to the strongest ally that struck this round. The possibilities are infinite. I'm going to keep her as the strongest A tier. Captain Greyback, probably second. Maybe something like this. Okay. Well, I might tune it later. This City Breaker, 4 mana, 1/5, round start, deal 1 to enemy Nexus. When I first started Runeterra, I tried to make this card. I thought this card was broken, and the more I played, the more I realized it's actually not. Deal 1 to the enemy Nexus. Turn 4, you're dropping a 1/5, doesn't block for your Sims. 5 HP is good, but terrible blocker since the attack is weak. It is a backline unit. It is a Swain card, I guess, but you're only dealing 1 round start. It's not really, you're not really turbo leveling this Swain. I think this should get buffed to deal 2 to the enemy Nexus. That would be a good buff. But man, is it C tier? This might be a C tier card. Unfortunately. I hate doing that, but it is. Hold on. Is the... Okay. Is it the weakest C tier? Yeah, probably. I wouldn't go as far as D tier, but C tier. 4 mana 5, Crimson Awakener, 4 mana 5/5, great stats. No keywords. When I'm summoned, deal 1 to all other allies. It's a Swain card, or not Swain, sorry, Vladimir. But even Swain, I mean, if you have a bunch of units that's dealing 3 to 4, 5 damage, maybe, if you have a wide board. And then all the Crimson units like this, well, almost all of them. He creates a card. She deals 1 to the Nexus. And the stats are really good. But that's pretty much it. You're just kind of turbo leveling Vladimir. I would go maybe right here. Is it better than the Crimson Disciple? Yeah. But that is pretty much it. Is it better than the Curator? No. So that feels good. Mid B. Crowd favorite, 4 mana, 2/1. Horrible stats, Overwhelm. When I'm summoned, grant me +1/+1 for each other ally you have. I don't really grab this with my aggro decks. if I'm ever gonna make an aggro deck. So let's say you have 5 other units. So you're getting 5, 5. So that puts you at 7-6. 4 mana 7-6. It's good. I just don't prefer it in aggro decks. But it's still very strong. Is it better than the Ballista? Yes. Is it? It's not better than the Bonehide, I think. Well, actually, hold on. They're the same effect. Hold on. It's not A tier. Well, actually, it might be. When I summon Grammy +1 for each different subtype allies have. So these are just the same. But this is better, isn't it? Because you need... I mean, this has just an extra 1/1. But this needs subtypes. But this is just allies. So this has to be stronger. Even though the stats are... 1 less on each, the demand for this is much easier to proc than this. So crowd favorite is better than this. Is he better than the Rune Squire? You do need a bunch of allies on the board, which is not hard to do. Piltover has a lot of burst speed, scuttle, summon. So... I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe like that. It is a strong card. I just don't like playing it. Because, as you guys know, I'm not an aggro player. Alright. Dashing Dandy. I know this is a 3 cost. But this is wrong. It's actually a 4 cost. I checked. It's a 4 cost. 4 mana 2/4. Overwhelm. Plunder double my power. Instead of grant me +3. So... that's even better. Double my power means if you buff this in hand and then you plunder, it doubles. So it's a 2/4 in hand. If you buff it in hand to like 5, you drop it, plunder, it's a 10. Underrated card, I feel. But you have to invest quite a bit to make it work. The HP is pretty strong. And if you plunder, like without buffing it in hand, it becomes a 4/4 overwhelm. If you activate plunder, which is pretty strong. So let's compare it to the other one. Is it better than the Dame Despoiler? No. I would go as far as maybe... I guess it's better than the Iron Ballista. But maybe I'm being too harsh. It is a high B. I wouldn't go too far because you could super invest in it. It is pretty strong on the HP. I think this is an underrated card. Oh, actually, I forgot. It's a 4 cost. I forgot. It is a 4 mana, 4 HP. So, but I mean, the double power effect is pretty scary. It's kind of like a swole squirrel. So, I think we'll keep it right there. High B. Subject to change. Alright, Legion Veteran. 4 mana, 4/5. Good stats. When another ally survives damage, granted +1. This is a great card for... wow. This is a great card for the Scar Grounds, I just realized. I don't really see people grab this with the Scar Grounds. That sounds interesting. Legion Veteran Scar Grounds. +2 attack. Even Braum would love this. Yeah, very strong card. It is a backline unit. I would say... man, is it A tier? It might be A tier. When an ally survives damage granted +1. That's pretty strong. You get a lot of value off this. And I actually did go play against a guy who ran this card, and he got such value from this. So definitely A tier. I would maybe right there. Scar round into this guy is pretty crazy. I'm kind of excited to make a deck with this. I gotta make. Hold on. I really want to make one now. Let me just add it to my list. Scar ground. Noxus failure. Alright, so that's gonna come up at some point. Units. He's a 5 cost, right? Okay. Wait, no, is he 5 cost or 4 cost? 4 cost. Okay. Yeah, that sounds exciting. Okay. A tier. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Lord Mallet, 4 mana, 5/2, Deathless. Reputation card. It is weak on the HP, but it's a Deathless unit, so it's okay. Double proc on Reputation too. I like this card. Becomes a 5/1 on death. It's definitely better than the Legionary. I would go maybe. Man, is it the strongest B tier? Maybe right there. The only reason the Glory Seeker is that high up is because of Elder Dragon ramp cards. She's such a strong card against Elder Dragon. Okay. We'll keep him there, I think. That feels like a good spot. Alright, Noxian Defector, 4 mana, 2/4. Quick attack. Pathetic attack. HP is good. Attack, grow my power to that of the strongest ally this round. And it's only this round. It's not a grant. It's just a one-time effect. So if that ally dies, this guy's useless. Bad card. Better than the Drummer for sure, but it's not even C tier. Drummer might be F tier, honestly, but no, I can't. She's not F tier. The fact she can block fearsomes, I'll keep her at D. But yeah, the Defector, D tier. Bad card. Red Barbed Razor Mace, 4 mana, 4/4 Overwhelm. Great stats. Nexus Strike, curse your opponent with Ichor. And I think Ichor is round start, deal 1 to my enemy Nexus. Very strong card. I wouldn't go as far as A tier, because you're probably going to get 2 uses out of this. I guess you can Bone Club it, but you have to invest in this thing to make it a big problem. But it's definitely better than the Dusk Basilisk Rider. Maybe right here? Right here? High B. Okay. Ruined Reckoner, 4 mana, 4/3. When I'm summoned, create a Midnight Raid in hand. Stats are okay, but you really want her for the Midnight Raid, which is a 0 mana free attack. which is very strong. A free attack with Scion or something big is crazy at any stage in the game. So, I mean, she's not A tier, but I would put her... There is the infinite attack with her with Gwen, and the dancers thing, not ribbon dancer, the ephemeral dancer 6 cost thing. You just summon the infinite one of these, and you just infinite attack. That kind of buffs this card quite a bit, huh? I'll go. Is she better than Lord Mallet? I don't think so. Maybe right here. Okay. I might be overpraising the Glory Seeker, but for now, I think that's a good spot. Alright. Moving on. Shiraza the Blade. 4 mana 3/3 when I deal double damage to the Nexus. I have won so many games with Shiraza. Hold on, sorry. I run her with Riven. This is an S tier card. The stats are meh, but given the right situation, she one shots. She can one shot the Nexus, and she's a Noxus, so she has all the equipment she needs. Is she stronger than the Marauder? I think so. I think right now Shiraza is the strongest card. She's pretty easy to kill, but you know, if they run out of mana or against obviously like cards that can't handle sort of stuff like this, she just one shots. Very strong card. And 4 mana 3 HP is not horrible. So, very, very strong card. The Shrieking Spinner. 4 mana 2/4 attack, grow, give other spider allies. Give spider allies +2 this round. And it's not other, so this also gets buffed. So it becomes a 4/4 on attack. It's not the best spider. Like, where's the other 5 cost? Yeah, the Arachnoid Host is definitely better, I think. But this one's okay. 4 HP is pretty thick. I'll go as far as... It's not A tier. Maybe right there. High B. You have a bunch of spiders in hand or on the board. I mean, this is a good finisher. But you do need a bunch of spiders, which is not hard to do in a Elise deck. So, good card. Very strong card. Moving on, the Lady of Blood, 4 mana 3/4. A little bit weak on the stats. When a non-fleeting ally in hand is discarded, create a fleeting copy of it in hand. So it's a discard engine, discard fleeting create engine. I've never personally made a deck with this. Like if I would make a Rumble Scion deck, I wouldn't really grab her. It's a backline unit. I would never personally invest in this, but I'm sure you can get some value off of this. So hold on, it's not D tier, but I'm just putting her here for now. When a non-fleeting ally held discarded, create a fleeting copy in hand. So if you discard Scion, you still make a fleeting copy of Scion in hand, which is kind of cool. You can discard Scion, you get the overwhelm effect on the strongest ally, and then play Scion again. or just play Scion. So I would go better than the Drakehound, probably. I don't think I'm gonna go too far with this. Prefect is probably maybe not. Maybe right here, mid B. Yeah, I think right there is good. Again, I've never made decks with this card, so it's hard to tell how strong this is, but I would personally never invest in this, but you can build a deck around this. Alright, Trifarian Assessor, 4 mana, 4/3. When I'm summoned, draw 1 for each 5+ power ally you have. She doesn't count, or obviously she doesn't, she's not at 5 attack, but good draw engine. It's a reputation card. Do I grab this? I know a lot of in LeBlanc Ash decks, this is a pretty good card. And it is good. The sets are good. I mean, the sets are okay, but you really just want her for the draw effect. So I would go as far as hard to say. Hard to say. I don't know. I guess I'll just put her there. Alright. I don't want to overthink it. Yeti Handler, 4 mana, 1/2. Horrible stats. To play me, discard 1. When I'm summoned, summon in range Yeti, which is a 5/5. It's pretty good. Unfortunately, I mean, this isn't a Yeti, but you're discarding a card. There's no way to make discard Yeti decks. And who's gonna go to Noxus for Yetis? You just go Freljord. What do you go? Freljord? Is it just Freljord? Mono Freljord? Or is it Shurima Freljord? I mean, I guess you can. Noxus Freljord. Yeti deck. But do you grab this? Is it gonna be... Are you gonna discard in a Yeti deck? Probably not. So... But it is a 4 mana 1/2. 4 mana, you're getting a 1/2 and a 5/5. I guess. I don't know. It's a weird card. It doesn't make sense in any deck, in my opinion. So I'll go... Anything. I'll go... Maybe right there. I don't know. Low B. Moving on. 4 mana, the Twin Blade Revenant. 4 mana, 4/3. Fearsome. Last breath. Create a Lost Soul in hand. This card doesn't exist. The only way to get this is this dying, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, it's a discard. It's a discard engine. You discard this, you create this. This dies, you create that, and it's just a cycle like that. Missed you too, man. How you been? Not much to say. I mean, it's just a block and then create that unit and then discard and whatever. So it's definitely better than the Lady of Blood. I think I do grab this in my Scion deck. Maybe. But it's not crucial. So I'm just going to put this right above the Lady of Blood and not going to overthink it anymore. Alright. I read that as Detroit. Adroit Artificer. 5 mana 5/3. Challenger. When I'm summoned, activate all plunder effects. Wow. That's pretty strong, huh? 5 mana 5/3 Challenger. One-time use, but you don't really care about that much. But you are killing you're killing big units with this guy. Or girl, I can't tell. Activate all plunder effects. Man, that feels broken, no? It is definitely better than, well, she has Overwhelm and granting allies +1. But you drop this after, you're getting everything. But she's at 3. I think she's stronger. I think, let's go down here. It is 5 mana. So it's getting kind of expensive. I'm just going to put her right behind. Maybe the Ballista is actually better. Alright, where were we? Oh yeah, we just dropped. Or was she? The 5 cost, right? Yeah, right here. She's not better than the Mana Soul student. Or the, you know what, I'm being too generous with her. Maybe right above the Lady of Blood. I don't know. Mid B, I guess. Hard to tell. Ancient Warmonger. 5 mana 5/5 Overwhelm. Great stats. Good keyword. When I'm discarded, grant your strongest ally +2. Great card. Great stats. Overwhelm. Grant +2. Very, very good. It's definitely better, stronger than these guys. I'll go... Is it better than the Iron Bullet? It's definitely better than the Dashing Andy. And there's no way Dashing Andy is better than the Mana Soul student. Well, I don't know. I'll keep it there, because this card is underrated. Let's go, maybe... Is it better than the Basilisk Rider? No. I don't think so. Maybe right here. Okay. Arachnoid Host. 5 mana 5/3. When I'm summoned, grant other spider allies +2. It's a great finisher. If Elise is leveled and everything has fearsome. It doesn't have any keywords though. It's grant other spider allies, so it's not getting the buff. So it's not super amazing. Is it better than Arachnoid Sentry? Yes. Is it better than House Spider? Also yes. Is it A tier? Is it A tier, chat? It's better than this Shrieking Spinner. It is also easy to make sure you have a bunch of spiders. Might be A tier. Grant other spider allies +2 attack. That's so strong. It's also hitting for 5. So if Elise is leveled, you can use the 1/1s to challenger the blockers away, and this is hitting Nexus. So, you know what? A tier. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. A tier. But where in A tier? Is it better than the Captive Greyback? No. Crowd favorite. Maybe right here. And you know what? I think the Rune Squire should jump back down to A tier. That feels better. Okay. So we kept it right here. Legion Veteran. Okay, that feels good. Captain Calrix, 5 mana, 1/5. Horrible attack, Overwhelm. Nexus Strike, deal double damage to the enemy Nexus equal to half its health. Round it up. I don't think I think I've made one Captain Calrix deck and I forgot how it works. So double damage to the Nexus. So if he's 10, he's dealing 20. Double damage to the enemy Nexus to equal to half its health. Rounded up. I don't understand what that means. But he needs investment, obviously. HP is good. I'm sure you can. There's a lot of good decks to make with this. I'm gonna assume it's A tier. I'm not gonna say it's S tier. I don't feel like it's S tier. Maybe it's just B tier. Because you gotta invest quite a bit for this to be a problem. I don't think it's better than the Razor Mace. Maybe. Gosh, am I praising it too much? Yeah, this has to hit the Nexus somehow, and it's got horrible attack. It needs a lot of investment. I think this is too much praising. I think Calrix is not a good card, honestly. I mean low B. I'll go as far as low B. Only because it is Overwhelm and HP is good. I'll go all the way down here, I think. Low B. B doesn't mean it's bad. B is good. Let's go maybe here. I would have to make more decks around this, and I have not, so I don't really understand how strong it is, so don't think of this as correct as my opinions. It's based on what I know, and I don't know much, so mid B somewhat. Moving on, Captive Yeti, 5 mana, 5/5. Good stats, no keywords, reputation on cost 4 less. Reputation Yeti. Now I want to make a Yeti deck with Noxus. Pretty easy to activate Reputation with Yetis, since almost all of them hit for 5. There's the baby Yeti that hits for 1, but that's okay. It's a good card. 1 mana, 5/5. Very strong. I'll go Basilisk Rider. I think the Rider's better. I'll go. I think it is stronger than the Warmonger. Even though this is Overwhelmed, this can cost 1, and you can get very wide with Yetis. Okay. That feels like a good spot. Fallen Reckoner, 5 mana, 3/2, horrible stats, Overwhelm. When I'm summoned, grant. Can't block to the weakest enemy. That's pretty annoying. And then Last Breath, create a Risen Reckoner, which, hold on. Let me verify what that is. When I'm summoned, grant, can't block to the weakest enemy. So it's an ephemeral 5/2, 3 mana, 5/2. And then it's another grant, can't block, Overwhelm. Man, that's an annoying card, huh? All kinds of can't block action. That feels stronger than Captain Calyrex, in my opinion. Better than the Drakehound? Not really. It's 5 mana. Gosh. I think this is bad. But the effect is pretty strong. Even though the stats are horrible for 5 mana, when I'm summoning Grant can't block to the weakest enemy. That's a pretty strong effect. Especially if they have one unit and it's like their win con. So I'll go right above Captain Calyrex. Okay. Headmaster Tesla. That's what I calls her. Headmaster Tesla. 5 mana, 5/5. Allied, good stats. Allied attack and support effects activate an additional time. I feel so bad that I didn't grab this with the Master Yi deck we made not too long ago. Master Yi Noxus. I think it was last week or something. Because Master Yi would love the attack effect. He would Alpha Strike twice. And then even the support effects are doubled. So this is a very scary card. Definitely A tier. Marauders also love this card. So I put her better than the Legion Veteran. And weaker than the Host. These need adjusting for sure. I'll adjust them later, I think. But for now, A tier. Very strong card. A backline unit with amazing stats. Kato the Arm, 5 mana, 5/4. Good stats. A little bit weak on the HP. Support. Give my supported ally +3 and overwhelm this round. It's good. It's a give. It's not Grant, so it's not amazing, but it's still very strong. It's gonna be most likely a one-time use because 5 mana, 4 HP is a little bit on the weak side. But +3 and overwhelm is really strong. Like that's almost a finisher. I don't think it's better than the Basilisk. I don't think it's better than the Thorn of the Rose. It might be actually. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Man, if it had overwhelm, I would definitely bump it up to here. But because it's a one-time use, is it better than the Basilisk Rider? I don't think so. We'll just keep it here. That was my instinct, so I'm just gonna keep it here. The Legion Deserter. Oh man, talk about a butchered, gutted card. 5 mana, 5/4. Fearsome. I gain all allied everywhere buffs. This was the strongest card in the entire game at one point because it had Overwhelm instead of Fearsome. And it was ridiculous. Now it got gutted. Just the intestines are splattered everywhere by dropping it to Fearsome. Not saying it's bad. It's still pretty strong with... I think they were running this with Miss Wraith's Viego. But I guess it is Noxus. Like you can throw Might on it. It's not horrible. It was busted. Now it's just strong, right? It was the highest S tier, but now it's simply A tier, I think. I would like to make a card around this with Viego Miss Wraiths and just grab a few Mights and Overwhelms too. Also Atrocity. Actually, this guy would love Atrocity. So he becomes like, by turn 5, he's probably a 7 or 8 attack. And 7 HP. So, is he A tier? Yeah, I think so. He's not S tier, but I would give him at A tier. I would drop him at A tier. And I would say here maybe. Maybe here, I don't know. It doesn't get played anymore, but it's still strong. And you definitely want to play this in Viego decks for like atrocity and miss rates and stuff like that. Big blocker too. Moving on, Legion General, 5 mana, 4/4. Weak stats. When I'm summoned, grant me +1/+1 for each unit you've stunned or recalled this game. I have made decks around this guy with Yasuo Leona? No, Yasuo. Gosh, who likes stuns? Who stuns Noxus? Oh, Katarina? Recall this. Yeah, Yasuo Katarina. Yeah, because she gets recalled. Yeah, Yasuo Katarina. Good card. You're grabbing the Twin Blade Twirler or whatever she's called. That gets huge attacks. So you're grabbing Might no matter what. And this guy's going to hit for a lot of damage. He's probably going to be a 9/9 or 10/10 at one point. A tier. Very strong card. And you're in Noxus already, so you have access to Overwhelm. I would honestly... I'd put him higher than the Deserter. But this is permanent, or this is he keeps getting the buffs, right? I gain all allied buffs everywhere. So he should be better. Because once you drop him, he doesn't keep getting stats, but he keeps getting stats. So he is better. But this guy's pretty strong too. A tier. Retired Reckoner, 5 mana, 3/6 Overwhelm. HP is fantastic. Attack is kind of weak. When you target me, grant me +1 attack. This card has never seen the light of day, but looking at it, it's actually pretty strong. Especially with Riven, because Riven's fragments are cheap and they're targeting. So if you play all the fragments and then you drop the Blade of Exile, that's 4 targeting. So he's gonna be a 5 mana 7/6. Actually, no, he's gonna be higher than that. It's gonna be at least 10. Because the fragments are +2 and then another +2 from the Blade of Exile, right? So, underrated card. Underrated card in my opinion. And it deserves to be in A tier. I know. Crazy, right? This card has never seen the light of day ever. But underrated card. Severely underrated. But it's got to be with Riven though. I don't see her. I don't see this broken in any other deck but Riven, because her targetings are very cheap. And even, I mean, even if you don't grab Riven, Elixir of Wrath is +3, and then he's getting a +1. That's 4. So he's a 7/6, 5 mana 7/6 Overwhelm, just with 1 Blade of Elixir of Wrath. And I think he's actually better than these two. Is he better than the Bonehide Tritail? I think so. The HP is very strong. This card can scale. It does need some investment though. These guys are instantly getting the buffs. This does need investment, so I guess I'll keep it back here. Okay. Trifarian Shieldbreaker, 5 mana 6/5, fearsome. Great stats. Fearsome though, not really amazing. Turn 5, I mean, this can easily get blocked. It's actually weaker than the Reckless Trifarian, I think. Because you're most likely not gonna hit face. It's just fearsome, and turn 5 is easily blockable. So I'll put it right behind him. Okay. Alright. Wrathful Rider, 5 mana, 8/3 Challenger. Amazing attack. Challenger, very scary, 3 HP. I play this card in my Ornn deck. It's instant activate for Ornn. It's also very scary if you run Overwhelm, or even with Riven. Very scary card. The 3 HP is kind of weak. It is on the weak side, but it's not horrible. Like if they don't answer to this, if they don't answer this card, this might be a lethal if you've done enough damage. Challenger and invest a little bit with Overwhelm and Blade of Exiles, or key fragments, Reforge fragments, and this is a very scary card. I would put it. Is it A tier? Might be A tier. Yeah, very scary card. I think right here. Nah, I don't know. Maybe right here. Because all it takes is Might, and you're hitting. You got Challenger, 11 Overwhelm. If they're out of mana, like they need to deal 3 to her to finish her off, which is it's not hard to do. It's not easy to do, but again, very scary card. Arena Mechacaster, 6 mana, 4/5 attack. Give other attacking allies +2. This is a worse Arena Battlecaster. 6 mana, like aggro. If you're playing aggro, I don't even grab this with my Rumble deck. The stats are weak. It's got no keywords. I don't know. I mean, it's not horrible. It's +2. Give other allies +2 attack. It's definitely worse than the Battlecaster. So I'll go. Maybe right there. It is better than the Reckless No, is it? I don't think so, actually. It is better than that, though. Okay. I'm not going to overthink it. Armored Tusk Rider, 6 mana, 6/5. Okay. Stats are okay. Overwhelm. Enemies with 4 or less power cannot damage me. Man, imagine this thing with Bone Club. Okay, scary unit. Enemy with 4 or less power can't damage me. That's pretty strong. Not a lot. There's not a whole lot of units that are have 5 attack. It's not A tier, but it's definitely high B. Is it better than the Razor Mace? No. It's better than the Spinner? No. It's most likely a one-time use. Maybe. I think. Is it better than Kato? No. Let's go down the list. Better than. Well, is it better than Thorn of the Rose? I don't think so. But maybe I'm being too harsh. Captive Yeti. I don't think it's better than Captive Yeti. I think a little bit. I think it's better than Dashing Dandy, but not better than the Iron Ballista. Okay, I mean, I'll just keep it there. I'll just keep it there. Moving on. Mid B. Arilda Tracker, 6 mana, 2/5. Horrible stats. Round end, if you played a spell on me this round, I strike the weakest enemy. I did make a deck around this with Targon. Riven Targon, something like that. And it was so hard to pull this off. The stats are pathetic. And you have to invest quite a bit on her. And for a 6 cost, 5 HP isn't great. Let me make sure that the stats are correct. Yeah, 2/5. Man. I wouldn't go as far as F tier, but she's definitely better than these guys. So the highest D. I strike the weakest enemy. I mean, like, it turns 6, really. Like, the game is getting crazy. You have to give this thing, you have to grant this thing damage, because the round end, if it's a give, the give is gone, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway. Yeah, bad card. Urok Glinthorn. 6 mana, 6/6. Good stats. Attack. Stun all damaged enemies. So this is actually pretty good with, I'm thinking Ember Maiden. I've never played this card, but I'm sure it's strong. It's a strong card. There's a lot of ways to damage, or damage enemies in masses with Freljord. So I'll put it right over. Is it better than Kato? I don't think so. Better than Thorned Rose? I don't know. The list is kind of messy because there's a lot of cards I have never tried, and I don't see myself trying them, but given the right deck, I'm sure they're strong. But they're just not optimal. That's why decks don't revolve around them. I think it is better than the Tusk Rider, but not better than the Ballista. Okay. My instincts say put it there, so I'll keep it there. Battering Ram, 6 mana, 0/12, Overwhelm. Attack, grant me +4. Man, this would be really good with Cataclysms, huh? Yeah, really a strong card. 12 HP is insane. Like, this is not dying anytime soon. Man, imagine Cataclysms with this thing. Or a bunch of free attacks like Vayne. Vayne Battering Ram. Ooh, that sounds so good. Jarvan Vayne Battering Ram. That sounds spicy. I've never made it. I never considered this. Yeah, very strong card. A tier? I'll go A tier actually. Just 2 attacks bumps it to 8 attack. 2 attacks bumps it to 8 attack. And yeah, like this is almost, it's like the only way to kill this is either Avalanche or Vengeance or Obliterate. I'll go as far as right there. Mid to high A, or mid to low A. It does need some investment, but it can take the investment. 12 H, like this is not dying. 12 HP is insane. Captain Indari, 6 mana 5/5. No keywords, a little bit weak on the stats. When I'm summoned, I improvise, plunder, forge other allies. So +1/+1. This is worse than Dame. I think this card is also underrated. I'll put it... Is it better than Urok? I think so. She does get a weapon, actually. I improvise, so she does get a weapon. She can get overwhelmed. And then forge other allies with plunder. It's not bad. Again, another card that I've never played, and so I don't know how strong this is, but I would never play it with Jax. I would never grab it in a Jax deck. Plus, because Jax doesn't really activate plunder. This is like Samira Jax deck, I guess. I don't know. It's just weird. So I'm just gonna keep it there and move on. The Enraged Fire Spitter, 6 mana 6/4, Challenger, very scary. Play, deal 2 to the enemy, and 2 to the enemy nexus. This card is annoying, very strong. Control card and a finisher, and it's a dragon. This is A tier for sure. You throw like might on this thing, and it's got challenge already. You're killing a unit, and you're also dealing 2 to the enemy nexus, and then you're challenging. It's doing so much. So very strong. Is it better than the Wrathful Rider? Yes. And I think it's better than these guys. Is it S tier? Ooh, is it S tier? It might be the strongest A tier. It just does so much. It's super close to S, I think. For now, we'll keep it at high A. Okay. I'll adjust as we go. Lord Broadmane. Almost done with the followers. 6 mana 3/4. Bad stats. Play, deal 2 to an enemy. Your fast spells, slow spells, and skills. When I damage a stunned or damaged enemy, kill it. So if the enemy you're dealing to is damaged or stunned, is dead. It's a backline unit. It's an annoying backline unit. It's not hard to kill. It is at 4 HP. But very annoying to deal with. Is it A tier? I don't know. Maybe. I've never made a deck around this card, but I have went against it, and it's just so very annoying. Like two pokey sticks, and he's killing a unit. It is at 4 HP though. It's not impossible to kill. You just gotta, you know, Death's Grasp or Challenger it or whatever. Yeah, I'll keep it at A tier, but maybe low A. Maybe right there. The lowest A tier for now. Okay. Minotaur Reckoner, 6 mana, 6/6. Round starts. Stun the weakest enemy. This is Yasuo's wet dream. This guy's on the board. Yasuo's striking the weakest enemy every time. Is it A tier? Am I doing too many A tiers now? I don't think so. The stats are good. There's no keywords. It is a backline unit. Very hard to kill. I think this is another A tier. Very annoying unit. Very hard to kill. In a Yasuo deck, you're probably gonna lose if this is down and Yasuo is leveled up. Like, this has to get vengeance or something. I do think it's better than broad main. It might even be better than the rest of these guys. Maybe right here. This definitely needs adjusting. But for now, we'll keep it at A tier. Skull King String Puller, 6 mana, 3/6. Attack, no keywords. Attack, grow other attacking other allies' power to mine this round. So, it's allies, not spiders. So they didn't even specify, which makes this even stronger. It's not amazing. Like, you have to invest on this thing. And I guess you're using this on aggro because you want a wide board. I don't know. I guess you have to elixir it and then attack and then everything gets +6. And it doesn't make sense. If you're playing aggro decks, you're not going to play this card. It's too expensive. So it makes no sense to me. So we're going to drop it to... Well, I don't even grab this in my spider deck. It's a bad card. Like, if we compare it to this thing, where is it? The effect is instant. Attack, give other paralyzed +2. But this needs investment. Which, you know, it bumps it down. Gosh, it's not D tier. I don't think we drop it to D tier, but it's low C, I think. Maybe it's D tier, honestly. Maybe it's the highest D tier. Alright. Highest D tier. Bad card. Basilisk Bloodseeker, 7 mana, 7/4, overwhelm, play, deal 1 to an ally and an enemy 4 times. Very good card with Braum, now that I think about it. Deal 4 times. You get 4 Mighty Poros with this thing. I mean, the stats, 7 attack is strong, 4 HP. It's a one-time use thing. It's not amazing. One-time use. Deal 1 to an enemy 4 times. So if it has stuff, you're dealing no damage. But that's not a good way to base it off. It's okay. It's not A tier. It's B tier. Is it better than Razor Mace? No. No. Not better than Kato. Is it better than Captain Indari? Yes. Better than the Ballista? No. So, mid B. Alright. Wolverine. Savage Reckoner, 7 mana, 8/5. Challenger Overwhelm. This is not epiphany, but the definition of Noxus. Raw damage in Challenger and Overwhelm. 5 HP is a little bit on the weak side for 7, but you can probably finish the game off with him. A one-time use thing, but you can, I mean, if you give him quick attack with the Blade of Exile, he is very scary to deal with. I would put him, he's not A tier, or is he? He might be A tier. I mean, if the Wrathful Rider, but she's 5 cost is the thing. They have the same attack. He has Overwhelm, I get it, but you can always give her Might, but you have to wait till turn 7 for this guy. I don't think he's A tier, but he's definitely high B. I mean, he's got to be high B if he's not A tier, in my opinion. Man, maybe he should be A tier. It's just so expensive. I don't feel right putting him at A tier. It's just so expensive. So, high B. Okay. Might change it later. The Leviathan, 7 mana, 5/7. Okay. When I'm summoned, draw a Swain. Round start, deal 1 to the enemy nexus twice. A tier card, Thou Shao. Draw Swain. 7 HP is very defensive. It's a backline unit. Overwhelm, I guess. If they don't have any blockers, you can attack. 5 attack is pretty strong. Is okay for a 7 cost, but it's a backline unit. And you draw Swain. Swain's probably going to be leveled by the time this thing's down. And then you're stunning 2 units. Very scary and annoying card to deal with. It's not quite S tier because you have to wait till Swain drops the turn after. Drop the Swain the turn after. So it is better than these guys in my opinion. Well, actually, maybe right here. I'll keep it right there. Captain Farron, 8 mana, 8/8, Overwhelm. When I'm summoned, create 2 Decimates in hand. I take it back. This guy's the definition of Noxus. Just raw damage and then 2 Decimates. And Decimate is 6 mana, slow, deal 4 to the enemy nexus. I don't see when you run Farron. Like the stats are great. But I don't see when you're gonna play him. He's not an aggro unit. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't grab him in aggro. But I mean, it's still a very scary card to deal with. Like maybe I guess you grab him in maybe Elder Dragon, just to finish the game off. But there's better cards than this for Elder Dragon decks. He is A tier. There's no way Captain Farron is B tier. 2 Decimates and he's 8/8 Overwhelm. That's so scary. So he does what he needs to do very well. Decimate is 6 mana, so 2 Decimates, it's 12 mana. If you drop this at 8, turn 9 plus 3, that's 12. So if you drop this at 8 and you have the extra spell refilled, you can play both Decimates the next turn, which I don't see you doing that. You're most likely going to do other stuff. So I think he's worse than the Leviathan, worse than the Battering Ram, but better than the rest of these. Maybe something like this. I'm gonna adjust this but before we end. Okay. Incisive Tactician, 8 mana, 5/5. Horrible stats. No keywords. Reputation I cost 2 less when I'm summoned Rally. It's a Rally card. It's a Tiana, except cheaper. I do run this. This is a fantastic card with LeBlanc because you can rally twice. Very scary card. Very easy to do. By turn 8, you probably have Reputation. Is it A tier? Yes, it is. Absolutely. Mirror image this guy and you got another rally. So, very scary. It is definitely better, I think, than Captain Farron. Is it better than Battering Ram? Yes. Is it better than Leviathan? No. I don't think so. I'll keep it there for now. I think I'm being too generous with the Captive Greyback. Lost Soul, 8 mana, 5/4. Horrible keyword or stats. When I'm summoned or discarded, create the Twin Blade, which is that thing we made or rated. It's just a discard unit. Nothing crazy. Where is the thing? There is the thing. Yeah, there he is. I don't know. I guess we'll put him next to him. I'll put it right behind him because this is actually more useful than this. You're never going to play this. 8 mana, 5/4. You're never going to play this. But you might play this. 4 mana, 4/3 Fearsome is much better than 8 mana, 5/4 no keywords. So I guess it's worse. But I don't know. It's weird because you just keep this in hand to discard. This is a weird one to rate. I don't know how to rate this. So I'm just gonna keep it next to this. Okay. Atakan, Bringer of Ruin, 10 mana, 5/12. Play revive the strongest dead ally. Attack grant me power equal to the total power of all allies. Yikes. Atakan, the strongest finisher, right? I mean, is he but besides Zolani, I mean, Zolani is a bunch of damage spread. This guy is 1 raw damage. And yeah, I mean, in Elder Dragon they grab this and it revives. And even the revive is, if you take out the revive, he's still S tier. And he's just hitting for like 30 or 40 overwhelm. Insane. The strongest S tier. And he's only here because of Elder Dragon. Let me specify. He's only here because Elder Dragon. Ramp Elder Dragon decks. Otherwise, I mean, you can still run him with ramp. But Elder Dragon, you're dropping a bunch of units. And then Heisho, like Heisho's a bunch of Heishos into this guy. And you're hitting for so much damage. So Elder Dragon giga buffs this guy in the tier list. Okay. That's all the followers, right? All right, champions time. Annie. Okay. So I have the thing pulled up on my phone. Annie, 1 mana, 0/2. Attack, I deal 2 to my blocker. If it's dead or gone, I deal 2 to my enemy nexus instead. I've seen you play 6 fast spells, slow spells, or skills. When I level up, create tippers in hand. And then when she levels up, attack, I deal 3 to my blocker, and stun, if it's dead or gone, I deal 3 to enemy nexus instead. Annie is pretty strong. When she levels, she's very annoying. So we'll just keep her there for now. Let's go to Samira. Samira, 2 mana, 2/2, quick attack. Okay, stats. Plunder or strike, create a flare in hand. And then flare is of Gauss. Give allied Samira a challenger or deal 1 to the enemy nexus. I've seen you play 6 cards to level up. I've seen you play 6 cards. Resets when you start a round with the attack token. So she levels up, but she doesn't get rally after you play 6 new cards, which is insane. Like, at least give us a rally. You have to play another 6 cards to make her get the level up. Her level up: plunder or strike, create a flare in hand if you don't already have one. And then when you play 6 cards, rally. Resets when you start a round with the attack token. Resets when you start the round with the attack token. Okay. Samira is probably going to be the weakest out of everyone. Just saying that right now. She's not the worst champion in the game, but she is one of the weakest. Only because the level up it takes a lot to level her up, and the payoff is horrible. Draven, 3 mana, 3/3, quick attack. When I'm summoned or strike, create a spinning axe. The stats are great. I've struck with 2 total spinning axes. And then level up, he gets overwhelmed. And if he strikes or summoned, he creates 2 spinning axes. And then spinning axes is discard 1 to give an ally +1. Draven is definitely stronger than Samira, but I think weaker than Annie. Katarina, 3 mana, 3/2. Okay, a little bit weak on the HP. Quick attack though. When I'm summoned, create a Fleeting Blade's Edge, which is a 1 mana, deal 1 to anything. And then I've struck once. When I level up, recall me. And then her level up: when I'm summoned, rally, and create a Fleeting Blade's Edge. In hand, it costs 0. Strike, recall me. So she's just a rally engine. She's for sure the scariest out of everyone. Especially the longer the game is. Turn 8, you can rally twice with Katarina. So she's strong. She actually takes off late game, in my opinion, more than early game. I think turn 8 is when she starts getting really scary. 8 and above. LeBlanc, 3 mana, 5/2. Weak HP, but high attack. She's the reputation champion. I've seen you deal 15 damage. When I level up, create a mirror image in hand. And then level up: each time you deal 15 damage, create a mirror image in hand. If you already have one, reduce its cost by 1 instead. And she becomes a 6/3. LeBlanc is... I think she's weaker than Katarina, but definitely stronger than Annie and Draven. Okay. Riven, 3 mana, 3/4, great stats. When I'm summoned, if you have the attack token, or when you gain the attack token, reforge. And reforge is creating one of the fragments. Level up, you've created the Blade of Exile, which you have to play all 3 fragments, all the 3 of their different fragments. And then if you have the attack token, or when you gain the attack token, reforge. Each round, the first time you increase my power, grant me that much power. Riven is S tier. Probably one of the strongest champions in the entire game. Rumble, speaking of one of the strongest champions in the entire game. 4 mana, 5/4. Play, discard up to 3 cards to grant allied Rumbles everywhere, which I didn't know about this until later. Impact for the first, quick attack for the second, and spell shield for the third. I've seen Mecha Yordles deal 12 damage on level up. On his level up, when you deal damage to enemy Nexus, create a random Mecha Yordle in hand. If you have one, grant all Mecha Yordles in hand +1/+1 and reduce their cost by 1. He is, without a doubt, the strongest 4-cost unit in the entire game. And one of the strongest champions in the entire game. He's S tier. Just buffed out of the wazoo is what the kids say these days. Swain, 5 mana, 3/6, fearsome. Nexus strike, deal 3 to the enemy Nexus, which you're most likely never gonna hit the Nexus with Swain, non-leveled. But you've dealt 14 non-combat damage, which takes a little bit. And then level up, when you deal, he becomes a 4/7. When you deal damage, non-combat damage to the enemy Nexus on the strongest back row enemy, And then he gets Overwhelm. He actually at one point didn't have Overwhelm, but then they buffed him, and now he has Overwhelm and Fearsome on level up. And then Nexus Strike, deal 3 to all enemies and the enemy Nexus. I would say Swain is... Is he stronger than Katarina? Yeah. But not stronger than Ribbon. Vladimir. 5 mana, 5/5. Fearsome. Okay. Stats are good. Fearsome is whatever. Play, deal 1 to any number of allies to deal that much to an enemy. So he's got a little bit of control. You've had 5+ allies survive damage. And then his level up, he becomes a 6/6 with regen. He, on attack, for each attacking ally on my right, deal 1 to it and drain 1 from the enemy nexus. He's pretty annoying to deal with on level up. Draining from the enemy nexus, he's kind of a good control unit. Which makes sense since you're almost always going Freljord. So, Vladimir, I would say is... I think he's weaker than LeBlanc, in my opinion. In my opinion, he's right. Like he belongs like right above Annie, but not above LeBlanc. I don't know. I mean, his level up is pretty instant. You can like almost always level him. Like when you drop him, he's probably leveled. Maybe he's right here. Okay, I'll put him actually above Katarina. I'm underestimating him. Okay, Big Brother Daron. 6 mana, 6/6, Overwhelm, great stats. Level up, I see the enemy nexus half of its starting health. And then he becomes 6 mana, 10/7, Overwhelm. He's just straight up raw damage. The Hand of Noxus, baby. He is definitely better than Draven. Very scary to deal with. Also very hard to kill. Very easy to level up too. You grab Darius and aggro decks. I think he's right there. Very easy to level up. And yeah, just a scary finisher. So right there sounds good. Mordekaiser. 7 mana, 5/8. Challenger. Interesting. HP is great. 5 attack is meh. Challenger though is really good. Play, kill up to 2 allies. And then whatever he kill, when you slay another ally, revive it. So those 2 allies are getting revived. 15 allies have died. Allies with 5+ power count twice. And then his level up. Attack for the rest of the game. When you slay a unit, drain 1 from the enemy nexus. It does take a bit to level Mordekaiser. I would say... He is stronger than Annie. Is he better than Swain? Obviously, you play him with Viego. Man, the Viego Deathless route just is so scary with Mordekaiser. It's an S tier deck. But he does take a minute to level up. Yeah, like it's insane. The combo with Viego Deathless and then reviving him, it's probably just GG right there. I'll put it maybe right here. No, Darius is definitely better than Swain. but not better than Mordekaiser. I don't know. It's kind of weird. These three are weird in a weird spot, but I think this is the right way to rate them. Okay. Scion. Let me know if you guys agree. Scion, 7 mana, 2/6. When I'm summoned, obviously the stats are bad, but he gets buffed. When I'm discarded, grant your strongest ally Overwhelm and place me into the deck. I have +1 for each card you've discarded this game. Max +7. So it becomes a 9/6. And then Scion, level up. Last Breath, summon Scion Returned, which is 7 mana, 9/4. Overwhelm, Ephemeral, Rally. And yeah, I mean, he's just raw damage. Scion is, with Rumble, he's pretty easy to level up. Also very scary to deal with. Man. Yeah, like Scion, like in a Shadow Isle deck, which I have in my collection. As soon as you drop him and he's leveled, he's probably gonna finish the game right there, because you can just kill him and then rally again. Is he better than Darius? I don't think so. It does take a minute to level him up too. Man, I'm hesitant. Like, I think Swain's easier to level up than Scion. I think this is correct. All right, this looks good. All right, champions are done. There's no F tiers in Noxus. Maybe the... I don't know. I don't think these guys belong in F tier. I guess there's no F tier card. But I mean, I can see an argument in putting I don't know, the Defector here. The drummer, I mean, if the drummer isn't, this can't be F tier. Like, you can make these work. Anyway, let's go back top. S tier, S tier, S tier. Does the Fire Spitter go to S tier? Sure. Let's put him at S tier. Okay. I mean, this card just does so much. So, Atakan, yep. These guys are S tiers, very strong, game winning. And then let's see. The Black Rose Spy, the highest A tier. That doesn't seem right. Let me put her down here for now. The strongest A tier, I think, should be Leviathan. And then it should be... Captive Greyback? I don't think it's the Captive Greyback. Maybe crowd favorite. And then this right behind it. Arachnoid Host? No. Okay. I'll keep her at the lowest A tier. Actually, let's put the Reckoner in there. And let's put him right above Captain Farron, I think, right? Only because he's Challenger. Okay. Alright. I'm not going to overthink it, because then I'm going to ruin the tier list. A tier looks good. B tier, okay. Looking good. There are some cards that I, again, don't know where they belong, but because I didn't make much decks around them, but I think they're in a good average spot. Then we got our C tiers. Kingpin. Yeah, B tier, sure. Arena rookie. This thing, maybe this actually belongs up here because it is a point for Swain. Maybe right there. Or not Swain, sorry, Vladimir. But also Swain. Rookie, Spellslinger, sure, City Breaker. Okay. That is the Noxus tier list. Let me know what you guys think, if you agree or disagree. And thanks for watching. GG, take care.